look at this. These are cocktail drinks. And plastic soda cans, like they have ice in them too. I delivered those 2 cocktails earlier, and the guy was obviously at least 40. And there was a couple of dudes in the kitchen, and he said, I don't have my physical license. I have a picture of my license. I said, listen, if you were kids, I question it. But as long as Uber accepts the scan, I'm not concerned because it's so obvious you're of age. And he was like, yeah, I never have a problem. I've done it before. I said, well, this will be my first. He had a picture of a license. Maybe he don't have ID. Maybe he don't have a driver's license and he never got a regular ID. But the guy was obviously old enough to drink. Sometimes you have to, before that we just had to scan. We were responsible to read the license and confirm that. No. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. Figure out how to program your app to scan a license so we're not responsible. I don't want to be responsible, because I delivered some guy a couple of drinks that I don't know why he didn't have a license or an ID, but he was really kind to me. He was respectful, and he was obviously of age. I said, if it goes through, I have no concerns. And then we chit-chatted for a moment. And he was like, you're real cool. I was like, well, what am I going to do? Put you down because you're of age to drink? No, I won't be doing that. Usually I would take this, but look at the subtotal of food. $953. Base fee is $20. The tip is only $20. Why am I saying that I usually would, I would take this, but $950 worth of food is a lot of food from Famous Dave's. Is a lot of heavy food from Famous Dave's barbecue. I'm going to turn that down because it would take me a long time to get that in the car and a long time to package up on my cart. It's just a little too much. I'm going to decline that. It's just too, it's Famous Dave's. Their food is very heavy. Mac and cheese, the pulled pork, it's just too heavy. And that's almost $1,000 worth of food. You're giving a $20 tip? There's 2 other apps that have offers for tomorrow. I would rather drive a little further and earn $40 than deal with this. I just delivered $200 worth of Famous Dave's food, and it was a little on the heavy side. 6 half trays of hot food and a half tray of coleslaw and a little bag with some celery and sauces. That's why I don't want to pick up $950 worth of food from Famous Dave's. I wouldn't be able to make it. They gave me $20. That was really nice. And here's a story to share with you guys, how time can come back to you. Years ago, I worked at this place called Adelaide's. It pretty much paid for my co-op. I did it the old-fashioned way, hard work, paid for my co-op. I worked there, God, I'm not really sure, at least 5 years. And these people saw me working Instacart about a year ago in Stop and Shop in Merrick. And that's who I just delivered to. And they're like, hey, we know you. And they were there, 2 couples and a kid. And they were ready to watch the game. Now the big screen in their living room, pretty house in Merrick. And we chit-chatted a little bit. It was so nice. It was nice. And they told me I was a really nice server to them. And I'm like, God, thank God. Because if people knew how unhappy I was, they would never believe it. Anyway, those nice people gave me $20. So it paid $35, $45. Was that worth my time? Yes, it was. Famous Dave's is cheaper food. I'm not saying it's bad food. Far from it. They have some booming business. And I've had their food. Their food's very good. But you get a lot of food when you're spending $950 subtotal of food. And I'm assuming that included that lousy, measly $20 tip from an office. That's a lot of heavy food. I mean, you spend that kind of money, you're delivering trays and trays of food. I hope I'm getting my point across. It depends on the place. You can't say yes to everything. Even if they threw you an extra 20, that's a lot of food to deliver from a place like that. Okay, I'm gonna call it a night after this. I did complete a delivered. It was worth it. I didn't leave the house until 4. And I earned $55 in 2.5 hours. And a couple of Ubers. So now I'm at another place picking up an Uber. It's a couple of towns away. When I walked in, I was like, they were slammed. It don't matter what place it is. Every piece of food in the display was burnt. If I was a customer, I would have walked out. I might as well make French bread pizza at home. So I wait. I'm there 15 minutes. What are you going to do? I said, I'm not going to stay out. It's not worth it. I go drop it off. It's 3 towns away, but it's short towns, you know? Short distance. I place the bag on the table. I deliver the food in hot bag. She goes, where's the pizza? She ordered a pizza. There was a lot of commotion going on at this place. When the man brought it over, he goes, this is all their food. Okay. I put all the food in the bag. Uber expects you to confirm everything. I wasn't opening up bags. It was a large order. Mozzarella sticks, 6 slices of individual different pizzas, you know, in the little small boxes. I have to open up every one and confirm it? No, oh, and a pasta dish. I mean, it was a lot of food. She goes, can you give me a moment? I said, I'll go back for you, ma'am. She had kids in the house, a couple of people there watching the game. This is my last delivery. I just said, every place I went to, there was a problem. Not a problem. She goes, I'll take care of you. I'm going to call them up right now. Would you go back and come back? Because the slices of pizza they gave us is not the slices that we ordered. You got it? Not a problem, ma'am. I would rather have short and easy. She's paying me for my service and my time. And I just had a feeling something was going to be wrong with this food. But I am going to call it a night after this. This is Super Bowl Sunday. When I picked up the delivered food, I was 10 minutes early. I had to wait online outside the door, and I had to wait 15 minutes inside because Famous Dave's is so busy. You know, they had somebody guiding people outside the door, and the man was telling everyone, this is our 3rd busiest holiday. And they were slammed. So they're paying us to provide service. We're waiting and we're getting the food to their door because people don't want to be bothered with that. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens when I go to the pizzeria and I bring back the food. I went back and they were mumbling. They were all talking about each other behind each other's back. They were so engrossed in the game. And they made fresh food and it was burnt. Anyway, I'm expecting $10. I'm like, this lady's going to give me $10. So I'll go. You know what? It's only 2 towns away. No big deal. She gave me $25. Now that was an unexpected tip. I didn't think she was going to do that. I'm like, I'll go back. What else am I going to do? I'm not going to keep working because I sense it's a weird night. There was really, I used to be in the business and I watched many times the workers be so engrossed in Super Bowl and it's all about the money. They all gamble. It wasn't because they were rooting for the team. They were rooting for the team just for their pockets. You know, those pools, the pools, they might as well just stay closed. I really don't know why they were there. And the way the guy mumbled to me and talked about the guys cooking the food. And then the woman, I know her face. She knows mine. And he took the pizza out and the pizza was completely burnt. And she was shaking because they had to replace, it was 2 large slices of Sicilian. They had to make an extra pie. And then they made an extra regular pie. and she was cutting it and she was shaking. I was like, what's going on here? This is bizarre. You shouldn't be in that bad of a shape working for someone else, you know? Oh, it was just so bizarre. Woman gave me 25 bucks. So I left my apartment at 4, 5, 6, 7, 41, 3 hours and 41 minutes. 25, 35, 45. Then I had Uber, 55. Almost 30, 55. 60, 70, 80. 82, 70 something in total in 3 hours and 45 minutes. Sometimes I enjoy the game. I probably will put it on when I get home, catch the tail end of it. I look forward to watching AMTV, his take on the Super Bowl show and everything going on. I'm going to find that more fun this year. Holy cow, guys. What a strange afternoon. But she really did take care of me. I expected 10 bucks. She gave me $25. Crazy. The woman put a $15 tip on the app. So that's $25, $35, $40 tip. Was that worth it? Yes, it was. Look at that, folks. Look at that. I hope you can see that. I just made that. A touch of scallion, a touch of garlic, bacon bits, Hormel bacon bits, light cream, a touch of chicken broth, peas, a little shallot, a little garlic. Cook the pasta on the side, scoop it into the frying pan, saute it, mix it up. I guarantee that's a lot better than the pizzeria. Cheers. Oh, and by the way, I got a $45 payout for tomorrow morning. See you in the next video clip.